Welcome back to another edition of Spirit and Life's devotional series on the fruit of the Spirit. This month, our focus is on patience. Last week, I talked to you about how we must rely on the Holy Spirit for any degree of patience. Being patient in the flesh is and will always be tied to our circumstances. Are we in any way stressed, troubled, distracted? Then I can almost guarantee that being patient is probably not going to happen. But if we are filled with the Spirit, have surrendered our heart and life to Jesus Christ, then we have access to the power that God gives us to be patient, loving, peaceful, and joyful. But so often we don't trust enough, and in doing so are not changed enough, and then our experience is less than God intended it to be. He wants us to truly experience His grace, and not as just a theological abstract, but as verifiable reality in our day-to-day lives. The problem is that we have set the bar way too low and find it hard to believe that we could experience the kind of change, the kind of transformation that would produce the fruit of the Spirit. We believe, but too often our belief is limited to our thoughts and does not always translate into our actions and then our character. Why is it so hard to trust that God can produce in us the patience He promises? I believe it is because we are so inundated by the lies of the devil on a daily basis that doubt creeps into our minds and we find ourselves desiring the creation more than the Creator. We desire the work of our hands more than supporting Jesus' work. We see in Matthew where Peter was rebuking Jesus when he told him that Jesus must be turned over to the elders and suffer many things. His response was, "Far be it from you, Lord. This shall never happen to you." And what was Jesus' response? "Get behind me, Satan. You are a hindrance to me. For you are not setting your mind on the things of God, but on the things of man." How often is that our reality? How often do we try and tell Jesus how it should be, and how our expectations are not met in a timely manner? When we are told to wait, be patient, we scream, "But I don't want to. It's not fair." And then, in a still, small voice, Jesus asking us, "Do you trust me? Do you love me?" And our hearts break when we see how quickly we can fall down that rabbit hole when we take our eyes off the Lord and find ourselves staring too hard on the things of this world. I was given an object lesson on this very subject just yesterday. For the second time in a month, our internet, phone, home phone, and television all went down. And after a very long wait on hold, I was told that a repairman could not come out for 2 days. I raged, I roared, I spoke to the supervisor. But in the end, it didn't really matter. I would be offline for 3 days, whether I liked it or not. I was being asked to be patient, and in my flesh, I wasn't taking it too well. God was calling me to do and to look in His direction and focus on what He was trying to have me learn. I can't be patient in my flesh. It must come as a fruit of the Holy Spirit. As I surrender myself deeper and deeper to the purposes of God. That is the only way any of us can know peace, love, joy, patience. Think about how often Jesus has to break away or had to break away from his followers and the crowds so that he could be close to the Father, so that he could make sure he was on purpose and on path. He is calling us to do the very same thing. Get out of our comfy boat, keep our eyes focused squarely on him, and just look and see how quickly we'll be walking on water. Be patient. The journey is all about becoming and growing. Trust that the destination will be worth the effort. May God bless you and yours. See you next week.